welcome everyone to the May meeting of the Nottawa Home Board. Did we see the agenda? That's more for Calvin and Doug.
Sure.
Can we have a motion to approve it? Calvin?
I put forward a motion to approve the agenda.
I will second it.
Seconded by? All right, all in favor? That's everybody.
All in favor, aye.
Anyone have a pecuniary interest today or nature thereof?
Not that I'm aware of.
Handing out money.
Not
It
that
doesn't
I'm
look like
aware
we're
of.
handing out any money, so there shouldn't be. Did we see the minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll put forward a motion to approve the minutes.
All right, seconded by Mr. Mayor. No?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Can I?
Are you not seeing me?
Okay, no, oh, I'm sorry. You just broke up a little bit there. I didn't, you're jittery.
Okay, no problem.
All in favor? It's all of us, I hope. Passed. Business arising from the minutes, anything? There wasn't a lot to do, so I don't think that we actually gave any tasks at the last meeting. I could be incorrect.
I think the only thing we were going to do was do the cleanup day, but that got put off because of weather. So.
Yes, that's true.
And we were going to sign Jason, you were going to sign the memorandum for the small halls, but
we're going to put that off.
That was being
until
sent
after
tomorrow's meeting. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
after tomorrow's meeting.
Good.
I'll do it digital.
What else is on the agenda?
If I financial report.
So you received the financial report from Emmy?
Yes. I couldn't read it. It was too small for me.
Sorry. I'll try to enlarge it when I attach it all to the minutes.
No, it's not you. It's me. I can't see very well, you see, and need to have a little help.
From those
I don't think that there was much of a change.
No, from those financial
Emmy had some questions.
report, yeah, Emmy had questions. So the Nevada account, if you wanted to address that, then the petty cash and outstanding accounts.
I can't get Ray to respond to me. I can't remember if Anne Marie's on the signing of that. Do you remember, Doug? Is it just me and Ray, or is it me and Anne Marie and Ray? Oh, have we lost him?
Are you talking for the Nevada account, Jason?
I think we've lost the mayor. Yeah. I just don't. Calvin wasn't around when we did the signing on this, so I don't think he'd remember. I can't get Ray to respond to me, and it's not like I can go knock on his door.
Jason,
during the COVID time. Yes.
I think it is just Ray and you, because I was around when there was talk about that account. And I think it was just you and Ray when Ray was still on the board and I was on the board.
Yeah,
I think it's just
we both dealt with it
wrong.
in those days. I'll ask Anne Marie. I'll send Anne Marie a message and see if she remembers signing on that. Because we didn't undo any of that. Like we didn't change signing on that account because it's never been sort of in the forefront.
Okay.
But here, I'll mark that on my notes. And I'll send her a message right after we're done here to see if she's signing. And if she's signing, maybe she'll meet me there to deal with that. Is that okay, Kayla?
Yeah, that should be fine. Did you want to write the petty cash balance
I didn't realize we had petty cash.
That's just. the
Yeah, I've
information
just
that I get
pulled
from
up this
Emmy.
financial report again. Excuse me, Jason?
Yeah,
Jason?
please. Yes.
Yeah, I've just pulled up this report again that has been sitting in my computer buried for a little while. It came from Emmy on, I guess it's actually dated
About a
February
few
the
days
5th.
ago.
Yeah, it's a few days ago.
Oh,
And there's a question about, Kayla just mentioned about petty cash. I think that had to do with an event that was held, and it didn't reconcile the expenses. So I think what we need to do is show that that was a part of an event. So we need to attach it. Does that make sense, Kayla? I think that's what the direction was, wasn't it?
Yes.
which event do you think it was?
I'm not sure because I don't follow. See, I don't follow her finances the same as the way it's been done, but I'm trying to isolate where it is. Would it be from the Craft Beer and Cider Festival, which would be probably our most recent festival, or would it have been the one prior to that?
There was no
Would have
petty
been
cash
Lobsters and Laughs
assigned to
last
that
year.
one.
I think it was Lobsters and Laughs last year is what it was.
Okay.
I think that's where it came from. And if you recall, Jay, there was a bit of a scrambling there when it came to petty cash for the I think it was
Yeah.
was it, soft drinks or something like that had to be bought. Seem to recall there was some expense in there. But does that make sense?
Whatever it was used for, it was right back into the system. So
For
there will be
sure.
nothing
So
left
Kayla,
over
can
for
you
it.
just
We're gonna went
confirm?
right back into the. I got it on my notes to call
Kayla,
them.
yeah. So Kayla, can you just confirm what it is that she's looking for? Because I don't have that part of the message in front of me here.
Yep, I can.
Doug, I will note that I see you're wearing your Siskins hat. I like to see that.
Thank
I've
you.
got my door knock hat
There
on.
we go. It's the first one I grabbed at the top of the stairs. So there you go. Hey.
That's very much like me. I grabbed it on the way out the door this morning.
The final
You
point.
guys
Right
put your
on.
hat on, I put lipstick on.
That's good.
The final
Okay,
point.
Kayla,
that-
do you have an answer there?
Yeah, no, I don't have an answer yet from Emmy. I'll probably receive it tomorrow.
Okay.
But the next item on Emmy's
But I do
list,
know that part of the email, like, go ahead.
the last part of Emmy's list is the outstanding accounts, but we'll finish the petty cash first. Sorry there, Doug.
No problem. I was going to say that. As I understand, the petty cash concern was that it wasn't attached to an event. So I think what we need to do is attach it to Lobsters and Laughs from 2019.
Okay.
And just give her as the financial manager to just attach that to the project of Lobsters and Laughs, because I'm pretty confident that's where it came from. Without having those receipts in front of us right here, and actually we should be able to
That
sit
sounds
beside
right.
each other and look at that and solve that, right? So I think that's where it came from.
That sounds right. Because we only had 2 events, and I don't remember the beer festival needing petty cash.
I don't think so either. So I think it had to do with the Lobsters and Laughs. So
Yeah, and I actually
Do you
don't
need a-
remember that either, but I'm pretty.
So Doug, would you
Yeah.
like to make a
I would
motion to
suggest that-
move the petty cash expenses to Lobster and Laughs event of 2019?
I would like to move that the Lobsters and Laughs account or event show the petty cash expenses as part of that event. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you think?
Makes
Second
sense.
that
What do you think of that,
motion.
Calvin? Seconded by Calvin.
I think I second
Calvin's
that
back.
motion.
There he is. Thank you.
All in favor?
There you go.
Well, I can see 2 out of 3 of us, so that counts.
Hi. Boy,
Aye.
this is confusing when there's only 4 people on the screen. Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. I closed my thing.
Okay.
The other, I do believe that during those things that Emmy was talking about, that Carrie had corrected a couple of them.
I think you're right, yes.
That where she had made some mistakes in the budget, and
Yeah.
and she corrected them.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. So I guess that's it for financials, because I don't suspect we had any money come in.
It's
And
just
I don't know if any went out.
outstanding accounts from, I believe it was Kenny French and Beth McDonald and John Eaton.
Correct. So there are 3 outstanding. Yes, Jason.
I have a feeling this is something we should talk about in camera.
Really? Okay. Well, you can save it to another meeting if you like.
That? I think that's a good idea.
I believe, yeah, in the
Well,
past, those
I
accounts.
do know that the
Sorry, the internet's really
Weren't we
jumpy.
concerned about some of those were paid with cash, and the cash was very difficult to account?
no, not those ones.
Those ones, I think you had mentioned going out to see if you could retrieve them.
Now,
Yep.
the John, wouldn't have been John Eaton, it would have been Julie. Would it not have been? Well, I guess
I
he
believe
would
it
have
would have
signed
been,
up.
and in fact,
Yes.
if I can speak on that, the
Yeah.
John Eaton customer account is clearly dated for August the 1st, 2017, which coincides with the Julie LeBlanc art camp that was held at that time. And if you recall, the check was returned with insufficient. So there was a dispute over that particular
Phillips.
one.
Sorry about
Okay.
that, guys.
Nice to see you.
It's okay. We are on
So,
to,
just
we're in the financials, just so you know.
Okay. Okay.
What
Thank
were what were the other 2? That was John, and what were the other
There was
2?
the other one was a guy by the name of Kenny French. That was for a buck and doe that was held on June the 17th, 2017.
Yeah.
And I believe, Calvin, I think you researched that one, did you not? I think that was one that you looked into.
I think all of the, I definitely looked into a couple of them when I was treasurer previously. And
Yes.
I think I had I think the township was supposed to try to contact.
They did.
So are we going to write this off as bad debt? Is that what?
If
That's
haven't made any headway
the
now.
direction that's
Is
the
that what
direction
Emmy's
that's been asked
suggesting?
by the treasurer, because the treasurer is going through an audit, and we
Yeah.
can't have these sitting on the books this long.
So I think that we need to write this off as bad debt. We did everything we could, if I remember correctly, to chase these folks down.
I agree.
Can we have maybe a motion
I'll
to?
put forward a motion to, I will put forward a motion to write these off, these 3 outstanding bills, or 3 outstanding,
Receivables.
the 3 outstanding receivables, thank you, as bad debt.
seconded by,
You can make it
has to
me.
be one of you. Oh, Councillor Deneen, all in favor?
Aye.
Just
Okay.
me? I can't see everybody, so, oh, I got at least two. And I can't tell if Doug and
Aye.
Calvin have their arms up or not. Okay,
My
Calvin for
arm is
sure, so
up,
that passes.
Jason. Aye.
Yeah, yeah, but not in my picture, so I can't see. Good. Now, is there
Kayla,
any
can I
other
just ask
questions
Kayla
for-
a question? I have a question
Sure.
for Kayla.
Yep.
Kayla, can you just confirm when you're speaking to Emmy that there is anything further in regards to the books for Nottawa, that they need to come to the to the chair immediately so that he can call a special meeting prior to the audit?
Yep. I can do that.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Maintenance report, Calvin.
There's not much to report. I go to the hall about once a week and I flush toilets and I check lights and they're all on. I had noticed that we have gained some branches in the parking lot beside the hall from the neighbor who's doing some tree trimming.
Okay.
I haven't looked in the past week or so to see if someone's taken them away, but maybe we should be talking to the neighbor about not leaving his branches on a long-term basis in the parking lot. I mean, I don't think it's that big a deal to split hairs
Short-term,
over,
who cares?
but and short-term, who cares? But
You're right.
it's at least 3 or 4 weeks now.
Next
they're
meeting,
still
if
there.
they're still there, let's talk about it. How's
Perfect. So let's kick that down to the agenda for next meeting. If they're still there, we will figure out a way to contact him and get him to definitely. Yeah. Okay.
I suspect they'll probably
That works
be
for me.
gone.
I think
I
so.
also suspect
I
we could
thought
talk
it was
to one
worth
of the
mentioning
local.
just in case.
Thank you. Thank you. I also suspect we could talk to one of the local arborists like Tree Fellers or Charlie Wyant about chipping that and getting rid of it for us. And I'm sure that they would probably help us out. Patrice, did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phyllis.
How big are the branches? Are they big branches or
It's
are they
it's
big
not
branches
that much.
or?
No, it's not that much. They're not that big. It's not like you need a chainsaw. It wouldn't be that much work to do. It's like I said, I'm sure once they're done doing what they're doing with the tree, they will probably come around and clean everything up. So, but I just figured it was worth mentioning that it has been there for a couple of weeks, and if it doesn't get cleaned up, then maybe we should engage them to be good stewards of the township and, you know, not require other people to clean up after them. That's all.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, Patrice, you were at the hall as well, prepping the gardens?
Yes, I was. Pulled all the weeds and turned over the garden and threw in about 10 bags of soil. And I have the plants all ready. They're sitting in my garage. And so sometime in the next week or 10 days, they'll be done.
Awesome. Now, if you need any help, just make sure you let us know.
Wonderful.
So
Thank you.
we can get there to help you out.
No,
And we did talk
my
last.
94-year-old
last
mother's
week-
going to help.
Oh, great. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We did talk last week about fertilizer and our last meeting about fertilizer and seed for that one patch as well. Did we find a solution for that? Not yet.
Have we decided when we're having a work day? Have we
We
decided?
talked briefly
I'm
about
sorry.
that.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
We talked briefly about it, and of course, Mother Nature hasn't been friendly. So we can probably follow up through that on the Facebook group and just kind of pick a date.
Let me know.
Because I'm not sure, because Carrie and I'm sure Barry would both like to help, and it would be, so their input on that date would be something we should probably listen to as well.
For sure.
Awesome. And I have also been by the hall, but I haven't been in the hall. So I haven't been doing any checkups on the inside, but I always do checkups on the outside when I go by, which is fairly regularly. And I believe that Mayor Measures does as well. Although he's a little preoccupied by the look of it. Bookings, well, I think that's an easy one too. We should probably just remove that
Very
from
easy,
the
yeah.
agenda for the next meeting, because I don't think there are any, unless we'll give him an opportunity to speak. But upcoming events, like tomorrow is, like Calvin was mentioning, tomorrow's the Small Halls Festival meeting. I suspect it's going to be canceled for the year. And then the decision is, do we do it next summer or next fall? And we'll see what comes out of the meeting tomorrow for that. But other than that, we have no events planned until COVID goes away. New business. Anyone? Not seeing any. Well, this might
I
be one
have
of the
no
shortest
new
in history.
business.
One of the shortest meetings in history. Well, that just calls
Especially for me, and I'm really
the
sorry
next
about
meeting.
that.
There were two other
It's-
people that
it's really
forgot
bad.
to, Phyllis. Don't feel bad.
When you're a little bit late for the shortest one, you're like, damn, why couldn't I be a little bit late for one of the longer ones? You know? So the next meeting is June 11th at 7:30 p.m. and I will be sure to add that to my calendar so I'm not late again as it was today. A motion for adjournment.
I will put forward a motion to adjourn.
I knew it would come from somebody. Seconded, Councillor Deneen, all in favor? I see
Okay.
I am in
everybody and
favor.
Calvin with the head nod. Yay!
Hey, Calvin
Okay,
moved.
Kayla.